Today, our lesson has to do with generating a conclusion paragraph. So writers generate a conclusion paragraph by including a transition, followed by restating the thesis, including a strong ending. A strong ending can be a quote. A strong ending can be an interesting fact. So first, for transitions, I used the orange transition paper as well as the white transition paper to decide upon which transition phrase I wanted to use. I was thinking about the phrase in conclusion. I thought about the phrase without a doubt. The other phrase that I was thinking of is to sum it up. And so I decided to work with the transition in conclusion. In conclusion, the Little Rock Nine were brave and courageous. So I have my transition and I've restated my thesis. In conclusion, the Little Rock Nine were brave and courageous. Now, next is the quote. I chose this quote. Daisy Bates, the president of the Arkansas NAACP, stated, "More than any other single event in many years, Little Rock demonstrated the gaping discrepancy between the Declaration of Independence, one of the most precious documents of American history, and the reality of 20th century America. The impact on Americans and on the world was one of Little Rock's historical contributions to the overall crusade for rights and dignity." I chose this particular quote because it's powerful, especially the ending, that Little Rock had an impact on Americans. And I want readers to finish reading about the Little Rock Nine, understanding their impact on Americans and the historical contribution to the overall crusade for rights and dignity. That matches up with the fact that they were brave and courageous. Their bravery, their courage helped the world understand it's important that we all have equal rights. So that's my quote, but I don't know if that's exactly what I want to use for my strong endings. So I also have developed a different strong ending that is an interesting fact. So once again, writers generate a conclusion paragraph by including a transition, restating the thesis, and then include a strong ending, which could be a quote, and that was my Daisy Bates quote, or an interesting fact. For my interesting fact, I essentially just want to tell the reader that yes, they were brave and courageous, and they basically set the bar pretty high for other schools working to integrate their public schools. They led the way. They established the expectation that all schools must be integrated. So in my own words, I'm trying to say that. So in conclusion, the Little Rock Nine were brave and courageous. Not only did they successfully persevere many obstacles when integrating Little Rock Central High School, but they helped to establish integration of public schools across the country. That interesting fact is absolutely positively true. It was in a Gale Research article, and they did help establish integration of public schools across the country, so that connects with the fact that they were brave and courageous. So now it's your turn. Your job is to develop your own conclusion paragraph. You need to include a transition, restate the thesis, and include a strong ending. A strong ending can be a quote. A strong ending can be an interesting fact. So you can get started. All of this should be the end result, the final paragraph, your conclusion paragraph should all be typed in your draft document for your Inform Explain paper. I'm looking forward to seeing your conclusion paragraphs.